Hey guys, welcome back to HermitCraft Reforged. Oh yeah. So, we are back here in the prison slash goodies room, I guess. So these parts here I have gone ahead and replaced with the red concrete. I'm thinking about changing this as well. So I was thinking we could do some black. Like this, so this would all become black. But I'm kind of worried it's going to be just a little too dark. And then this here, I'm thinking this will become red, just to kind of tie more of the red in here. Just more of a, I don't know, just like I'm not a fan of red. Let's get that out of the way. I don't like red, but I do realize it has its place in building and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm not a fan. My favorite color is blue. So, or it has been for as long as I can remember. But I feel, ooh, look at that. Oh, that's nice. Now, do we, not lava. Do we do this? I feel like that's going to look a little odd. Yeah, that's not quite right. So this, I'm not, like, I've been looking at it. I've been looking at it, and I'm trying to figure out, that's replacing it with the same block. Come on, guy. I've been trying to figure out what to do, because it's just like this sudden just end. Right, and that's a pretty big contrast right there. Like that's some serious contrast. I mean, like I've thought about maybe we could just kind of like tie it in a little bit, like it's kind of, just fading in, but that doesn't really look right either. Yeah, so we'll have to figure out something to do there to kind of blend that a bit, but just make it transition better. But I think all of this being black could actually work nice. Now, black and red, I mean, pretty much black in any color, really, is a nice combo. Like, just black and anything, really. So that's a bonus, because it just looks really good. You know what we could do? What if we did this, just like a border going all the way down? And I think with the white going all the way down, it'll just make it look even taller. Ooh. Oh, nice. Okay, so just imagine that with the black going all the way down as well. Ooh. I like it. And I like the red on the sides. It pops a bit more. And this part here, I think we're just going to leave that how it is, just so it comes to there and kind of ends. And then it's just red all the way under, instead of doing this on it, because it just doesn't feel like it would fit right there. Oh, that's going to look nice. All right, so apparently I forgot that one. But everything else should be done, except for this, apparently. I don't know how I missed those, but it's fine. We just fix those up real quick. I think it looks a lot better. It definitely makes it seem taller, which is kind of nice, actually. I mean, it's deep. Like, don't get me wrong, it's pretty deep. It's deep, but it makes it look a little bit deeper, which is good. Wait, what is going? Oh, okay. For some reason, I was sitting here looking at it like this. And I saw this border here, and I was like, wait, why is it that? For some reason, I was thinking it was in the ceiling, and it was off, and I was like, wait, has that been that way this whole entire time? No, it hasn't. But you can see I got rid of the torches that were here, replaced it with a light, a lantern, a lamp hanging off. I did drop this down a little bit. It was up here, even with this. Dropped it down a block. I tried replacing this area with smooth stone. It just looked weird. Weird. Like, it just, for some reason, it looked weird. as you can see. So I decided to stick with the slabs, even though that's, the only thing we had at the time, really. It just looks better. I don't know why, but it does. Tried replacing this part here with chains. While it did look good, it looked very insecure. Not that it thought it was ugly, or that it didn't have image issues, okay? It just, it looked like, you could just walk in between. Obviously, getting up there would be a thing, but you see what I'm saying. This here was the brown that you saw over there, or no, I think that's black, actually, isn't it? Isn't that black? Yeah, that's black. That's black. Never understood it, but whatever. Replace that with the black, so it's actually black. There was some of this going up the corner, but you see we swapped it out for chains. I still need to replace this down here. This is going to become red concrete all the way around. And then obviously I still got to do that side wherever over there. But I think it's looking pretty dang good. I do want to do something with this because this just looks weird. So maybe we can get some stairs. I know I'm using stairs a lot, but it's fine. Just stop it. Just stop it. I had a comment from somebody that apparently didn't pay attention in the first episode. Was all like, oh, XP has create mod, spends 2 episodes on stairs. I don't have the create mod. I don't. Like, look, I don't have it. It's not in here, okay? This is all Minecraft. Vanilla Minecraft. So it's not that I have create and that I'm just not using it. I said in the first episode I was thinking about it, but then decided to do this instead. So yeah. Ooh. I mean, that looks better. We had the stairs, I think. I'm pretty sure. We had the stairs before. I just didn't use them. I'm not sure why. I think I wanted a little bit of a lip on the side, but I think doing it this way actually looks better. And then what if we did, just to kind of tie in a little bit more white, I think this is going to look jank AF, but we're going to try it just because. No. Okay, there we go. I mean, it's actually not the worst thing I've ever seen. What if we did this, though? I mean, it's not bad, actually. It's not terrible. It looks better as polished. I've been thinking for a long time about getting rid of this border on the polished, because if we put the polished next to the regular, you can see that there's quite a bit of difference. But I think the problem with the polished is it's got this silly border. Like on the stairs, it looks okay, except for the fact it's not on this part, so it's kind of weird and inconsistent, I think. But I've been thinking for a long time just that the texture just kind of flows into each other. So I may do that at some point. There's probably texture packs that do that. I may do it myself. I don't know. We'll see. What else was I going to... There was something else I was going to say. I forget. All right, I got all that down there swapped out with the red concrete, but I was looking at this nether brick, and I'm not entirely sure I'm still happy with it. So we're going to try some blackstone, because white and black. Right? Right. I feel like we've got enough of the reddish tint to suffice for this build. We've got a lot of red going on. I think we need to I mean, I know this is more of like a maroon or whatever, but I feel like this is a good contrast to the white. Now, obviously, there is a contrast there between the nether brick and the diorite, but I feel like if we did this, right? You see where we're going here? Yeah. This might look fairly decent. Might. Yeah. My fingers ain't quite working how they once were at the beginning of the video, but that's okay. We're still doing work. Oh, that's going to be nice. Because I feel like this place is maybe a little too bright, right? Like it's a dungeon, right? It's a dungeon slash prison slash thing. And we need to embrace that, right? I did do a little something with the ceiling. You can see, so we've got, hopefully you can see it. So right up in there, you can, you can see, let's get a little closer. So you can see we've got the textured sandstone slabs going around, and then we've got smooth sandstone in between. I felt like it was just the ceiling was too busy with nothing but the texture of the original sandstone, but I didn't want it completely smooth either. And I thought this would be a nice change, I guess. It really does help. And then I think with adding this in here, this will obviously go here. Like so. And of course, those are going to the bottom. And then this will obviously continue around. And again, it'll give us a really nice contrast against the white. And this I've thought about several times, and I've tried it several times, but I think what I'm going to do, because I'm kind of on the fence about it, I will let you all make the decision of whether or not we put chains here. I mean, it looks okay. It does, it's kind of nice that it does match the color, close of the black stone there. But it doesn't look near as secure as, the actual bars. So that's kind of why I'm on the fence about it, is just the securedness of it. I mean, we could even do a thing where we have bars and then, or, chains and then bars and then chains, which actually that would work out kind of nice, given the number of things we have here. So we could do something like that, right? I mean, I don't think that really makes any sense as far as like in a security standpoint or from a security standpoint. But honestly, it's a game. The things that really need to be secured are inside the cells. Some of these cells are completely dark, and some have, like that one's got that creeper in it. They're named, so they won't go anywhere. They'll forever be there. The one thing I am a little worried about is the transition, like right here. So I may swap these out for stairs. I did stairs at one time, but wasn't really happy with them. So we may swap that out again and see if maybe it's better now, just to hopefully help that transition a little bit. Yeah, and then I got to figure out lighting, because I don't want torches everywhere. Like obviously there's, torches in there, and then there's torches here. Is that like that for, oh, that's a headbanger, I think is what that was. But we could do that, right? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Or we could even do just something like that, just kind of, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so there it is. I went ahead and replaced all the nether brick with the black stone. Got this going all the way around. Decided to just use the stone brick here just to kind of help. Like, I was worried about that transition there, and it looks a lot better now. And then I had to replace this. So I didn't have to, but I did replace it. And so I kind of had to. So you can see I did some stuff down there, right? You can see we've got some fire, just some smoke. I put some campfires. They're at different levels. The ones around the center column, they're all at the same level. Oh, yeah, I've been getting some weird lag lately. But you can see like that one's further down. This one's a bit higher up. That one's a little bit lower. Just, I felt like the smoke would be at, different heights and stuff like that. That smoke is actually coming through the fire, which looks kind of cool. I just felt like it needed a little something other than just lava. Call me crazy. But if we grab, I had black glass in here. Oh, that's in blocks, isn't it? Black stained glass. If we look, you can see all the smoke and everything just fine, but now you can't. You can, you can't. You can, you can't. I do believe that's something that's actually fixed in 117. Yeah. It's not currently working. And if you're wondering about the mob spawning down below, I actually intended for that to happen originally. I wanted mobs down. I wanted that to be a place you never wanted to end up, was down there. So that's kind of the feeling. And as you can see, I did use some basalt. I actually completely spaced basalt. But now you can see we've got it in there. We've got it in there just to kind of tie it through. I've kind of been playing with the idea of swapping this for basalt. Just this pillar here. But I mean, I mean, it's not the worst thing I've ever... We need some light. Okay. We're going to backlight it just so it's lit, but not... It's getting lit. Oh, that's not bad at all, actually. I'm kind of digging that. And plus, it's a new block. Newish. I know. Newish. It's fine. Oh, that's nice. Okay, that floaty torch is not nice. Oh, I like it. What if we did... I mean, that's not bad. What if we did this instead? I mean, it's not bad, right? And I don't really feel like we need this here at all. Does that change any? What if we put... I don't really feel like that makes a whole... No. It actually kind of looked better with the bars going across. There we go. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Oh, that's actually kind of nice. I'm actually, though, now that I'm really looking at it, I think having that go across and then that like that was actually the way to go. Oh man, this place is turning out awesome. I'm loving it. Like a lot of this stuff is, like the white border going around. That's something I could have done back in the day. We had the slabs and stairs for these blocks because, this was the update they were added. Not that, yeah, and then I've got some quote-unquote sneaky lights up under here. I know, that middle one's not really doing anything. Shush. Okay? Shush. I'm just trying to keep stuff from spawning up here without actually putting lights. And actually, what I could do is because you don't really see the the underneath here. So what we could do is something like that. Oh, and that actually kind of gives it like an ominous. Ominous. What the crap is ominous? Ominous glow, right? Like, look at that. It's kind of glowing, but you don't know why. It's spoopy. Okay. All right, guys. So we're back over here at the main base, and I was looking at this area, and I was like, I imagine that the person that originally did this would probably think that, maybe he could do things a little bit different. Not that I'm saying there's anything wrong with it, right? But maybe the person felt like, hey, I could probably do that a little bit different if I had more options. And so I decided, what's up, Z?
Man, you could say you don't like my design.
No, I loved your design since the day you built it.
I ain't gonna lie, dude. If I'd look at this place, I'd be like, this is some pretty good furniture. But you know how everybody used to rock those green couches and,
right.
And yellow stoves back in the day, and they thought it was hot back then.
Right.
But when new stuff came out, like the stainless steel and the black, everybody was like, "Ooh, that's
steel.
stinking modern." Me too.
Freaking love stainless steel.
This place needs some stainless and black, but
right.
in the form of just other greens and stuff. Actually,
right.
Because seafoam green will never die. I don't think.
Well, especially with the orange and the like the orange. This color combination is just spectacular. Like,
It
something I
is.
never would have thought to combine, but Mojang was like, yeah, we're rebels. And then...
Hey, it kind of looks like GI Joe colors. You know how all them Vipers used to come out with the camouflage and stuff. Orange and green was like is a good combo,
Right.
man.
And then this is like just to give you an idea, this is the orange we had and the orange we have.
Uh-huh.
So it's like
It's much brighter.
night and
Good
day.
contrast. Beautiful.
So,
I like it a lot.
Mr. Z, you got some plans in the works or what's up?
I ain't did no interior decorating for a while in Minecraft, man. I did some in Ark a little while back and some IRL.
Sorry, no
I still
S
got
plus
some
here.
ideas of what looks good. Yeah, no S plus. I still know what kind of looks good though.
Right.
The things that I look at right away is whoever built this had no imagination of depth. Like,
I mean,
everything's so flat.
I'm not saying anything.
So there's two things that we could do. First off, like this corner, for instance, if we would add a sunken corner or a raised corner, that'd be pretty good. We got some limitations on height here and also on depth.
Right, but if say if we brought this up a slab, which we have slabs now, it just makes it more cozy.
Right. And if we brought it out by one more, we could probably do like maybe a little fire feature on the side.
Ooh.
It doesn't have to be this big. This
Burn
is
it
just
all
taking
with
up
fire.
a lot of real estate. So if we just made this exact deal, let's just start by surrounding it with slabs. I think that'll give us
So
an
just like
idea of
the
depth.
regular, like cobbly kind of.
No. The what you calls prismarine slabs.
Right, like these. Yeah, like the cobble texture.
Correct. Oh yeah. When you
'Cause
said
there's-
cobble, I was like, wait. No, not cobblestone.
Because there's also
Yeah,
these.
like these. Oh. That might come into play too. We actually are gonna want to change the floor pattern, I think, too, man, because this is
all right.
very bland on the flow.
But I guess if you use white concrete powder, it would have a bit of a texture to it.
Oh, like cushion. I do like
Right.
that actually. So we could do that, and on the other side, we just need to make this come out. That's gonna kill some of our light, unfortunately.
It's fine. Exhibit back in the house, man. Like this is
man. I know it's good. It's good to hang out, man. I feel like it's been forever.
because it has. Somebody doesn't say hi to
It
me anymore.
has. It has. Sorry, man. And now I think we could actually get a little bit more creative with the table section too.
I mean, it's not a bad looking table.
No, it's a good looking table actually. Oh no, it's like this.
Okay, that's
And then so it's still all connected. That's a stair.
yeah. Most of that's stairs.
Dang it! I'm just trying to grab a block. Give me a block, game.
It was one of those things where, like, I really wanted slabs and stairs.
Yep. I'm just gonna close this in. Yeah. Yep. I think that works, man. The table is kind of in the way here, so we'll get rid of that.
Who needs
but-
tables?
That's right. Don't we have some little lanterns, man? The blue kind that don't put off light.
Right.
Yeah, that works.
Not a lot of light in those.
I think I like it better like this, and just kind of close it off. That way, it just gives the wall a little bit of depth, and that's good.
So then that would. I mean, you could. I mean, not. I don't know how it's gonna look, but if you did something, oh, I already have.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, a little bit of extra light.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that works, man. Actually, taking these and putting them. Oh yeah, yeah. I wish they'd connect too.
Yeah,
It'd be nice if you could get them to connect.
That'd be nice.
But honestly, yeah, it's cool. It's like some little curtains or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm tired of looking at the floor, man.
So yeah, you said something about a floor pattern. So
you ever been in those extravagant hotels and you walk into the lobby or whatever and they have these designs on the floors?
I've driven by those, yeah.
Okay. So I think getting a little bit of a pattern to recreate would be pretty good. We should probably go underneath here. All right, so what we would want to do here is make a little pattern with the alternative blocks. So we can grab the prismarine, for instance, and make a little design. If we start from the middle and make it come out. Like so. And then join them right here. And then just fill in the gaps with another block. So instead of using all of the...
prismarine?
I mean, we could do the prismarine. We could do the other color, the prismarine block that's on the walls. Or, oh, you know what? You had that warped wood, I think
this
you
one?
called it, huh? Yeah. Do that in all the holes.
Oh, you know I will. Like I said, exhibit back, baby.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's cool.
So
and that'll actually look
we
really good as
a
ceiling too.
Yeah, we just tile it. So that's one tile, and we do. Whoop,
part of our couch fell out.
Yeah, dang couch. Dang gravity.
Our couch is gonna fall out. Oh, that's great. Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. And it's not too busy, you know, it's repetitive too. The larger patterns like this get the much more identifiable they are, but this is fine. Sweet, man. I think all we need to do is improve the lighting a little bit, and I think we need to dress these tables up. You got any green signs nowadays?
Well, there's the warped wood signs, and you know, but they got the
warped
sign.
sign.
Yeah, so there's warped sign.
Oh. Yeah, this is actually not that bad. The design. I used to have some design patterns, man, saved in a text document that I would use to decorate these things, you know. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
We could fatten it up with some other armor pieces too, but I don't think we need to. Now it's a toilet paper dispenser.
That's a man. You wipe it with toilet paper that big. We need to have a conversation.
Who would roll the paper towels?
It's like a beach towel.
Look. Who left the paper towels unrolled? Roll back up the paper towels. Pulling it like some heathens out here. How much mess do you have? Bound it quick, pick her up.
How good I look up here. I look good, don't I?
Pretty good, dude. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Good. Oh, you making it even.
Right.
Oh, that's even better. Hell yeah, man.
And then there would be one here.
And you know, if this was the whole thing that we'd be doing, this would look good as patterning throughout. You know, almost like fluorescent lights with fixtures.
Right.
slabs change everything, man.
Slabs and stairs, really man. That's where it's at.
Yeah, they really do.
I've been saying that for years.
So much more options. And,
right.
Again, like from flat to block. Remember when we just started building in Minecraft, everything was like a box? And then we started going for shapes. And then once you get shapes down, you get textures.
Right.
And once you get textures down, you need to focus on lines and depth.
Right.
To that, it's all over.
And contrast.
You're an expert. Yep.
Contrast.
Yep.
Very important. Contrast.
Yeah, colors.
Should this carpet move over one a little, maybe?
Maybe.
Like so? Maybe?
Yeah.
All right, so, I mean, are you happy with it? Like,
I'm happy, dude. It's a transformation.
It is. Like, so here's...
On a budget, too. Flip this house.
Here's the before. You can see it's, it still looks good. It's aged very well. But here's the new. Given the blocks that we now have, and that's what this series is all about, is just what if we had the blocks. And so now you can see, I mean, we could even take that out and really open it up. Yeah. Honestly. Like, that doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, and really and truly, like, this is pretty good. And I feel like because it's a transformation, we went kind of ham.
Right.
But anything that's just enhanced a little bit, if we were to change the depth up of these tables over here, that would change the depth of the bar. We would have more openness and we can add more depth to the ceiling. All in all, I think it's good, man.
I mean, honestly, like if the beacon, like since this is like a creative deal, we could probably just bust open the middle, take the beacons out, and then you have that whole skylight effect right there. So.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, because we have this, we can honestly just do depth. Like we could go like 3 or 4 higher.
Right.
Because when I used to do all my interior design builds, like my Minecraft indoors series, I did 5 high. And the reason why I did 5 high on everything is because you can have things like paintings on the walls at 2 high and still give the illusion of it's closer to the ceiling than the floor. And it has some depth on both sides. So I think 5 was like the magic number.
So this, the reason it's the height that it is because that's what it was originally.
Sure. And that's what you just went with.
Right. And I didn't like my whole plan wasn't to reconstruct something that was already awesome. It was to reimagine something that was already awesome.
Correct.
So.
Yeah. Kind of like if you moved into an existing house, instead of tearing down the walls, you just want to make it home, right?
Right.
I agree, man.
So I think
I like it. I'm happy.
I think
sell it.
The left
sell
versus
it to the highest
bidder. The left versus right here is just like, it's such a change that I honestly really wish I could have done it at the time. But I'm happy that I can now, I still have access to the world and, all that stuff, and I can come back and touch things up. So
yeah, I'm after this episode, I'm going to look at my castle again, man. It's been too long.
All right, so thank you, Zul'jin, for joining me. It turned out phenomenal as I expected it to. I mean, because if it hadn't, we'd be having words. No, I'm just kidding.
I'll have my people send you an invoice, bro.
Well, I think your people lost my people's number, according to the last year or so.
It was my pleasure to help.
All right, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Hopefully you enjoyed the special guest, and we'll see you all in the next one.
Bye.